Hi, folks. This is Devang again. This is a short little interview, I guess you would call it that, video of Jason Hill at the Seattle Wave 1.5 pickup, giving us a little bit of a look into the upcoming allies and kind of how they work or how they're expected to work. I want to obviously preface all this with, they're still works in progress, so things may change. Not too many actual details are being given here, but regardless, none of this is final. I just wanted to make sure everybody's aware of that caveat. But the ideas he has are pretty exciting and pretty. There's some pretty cool stuff. So take a look, and hope you're as excited about it as I am.
Well, basically, the allies are really cool. They're on little half-size cards, so like half the size of a hero character sheet, and they're front and back. And basically, there's two different versions of the allies. There's basic allies and advanced allies, and it's kind of just how in depth you want to go on using allies. So the basic allies are kind of like glorified gear, where you don't really put the model on the board. It's more like you just know that you have them and you can use them for something. You can discard them to get a bonus. Or, like the pack mule, the basic pack mule that just lets the entire party carry a certain number of extra animals, things like that, but you don't actually need the figure for it. Or you can just put the figure on the board and just kind of push it along with you as you go. It doesn't really matter what space it's in, that kind of thing.
Sure.
So the basic distinction is that for basic allies, it doesn't matter. The ally figures can't be attacked. They can't attack enemies, so they've got no tactical purpose. With the advanced allies, they're a full-fledged model on the board, so they're in a space, they're moving around, they go in initiative order. They can attack enemies, they can be attacked, they can get horribly killed along the way, but they're more like they're along with you. But I mean, with that, there's a little bit more to it. Suddenly you have to keep track of more models on the board and more abilities that can happen. So that's why the distinction between the basic and the advanced versions of the allies. But it's cool because the way it's set up, you can actually mix and match both types within the same party, within the same hero posse. So if somebody is more comfortable with the game and wants to use the advanced blacksmith or the advanced pack mule or whatever, they can do that and have the model on the board and move it around tactically and everything. And if somebody else is like, you know what, I'm not a huge gamer, I like the game, but I don't want to keep track of 2 different models on the board or 3 different models on the board, I'm just going to take a basic henchman, and so that you just have them with you and you can discard them to get some bonus. So it basically gives you a lot of versatility. Each one also has a card that's the same size, half-size card, that's front and back for each ally type, that is upgrades on one side and mutations on the other side. And so each ally type has their own unique upgrade chart and their own unique mutation chart. So, your pack mule can mutate to get tentacle face, or 2 heads, or 2 tail ends. So your pack mule has no head. It just has two tails and can walk around both ways and you can kick out of both directions, things like that. Or a unique upgrade chart for each one as well. So that's kind of cool. Generally, the allies each do a different thing. So the pack mule is all about carrying stuff. It generally doesn't fight unless it gets kind of cornered in, and then it'll do a quick kick to an enemy that's adjacent to it, and then scatter and move away from the enemies. The blacksmith basically lets the entire hero posse use Darkstone during the adventure to kind of pump up their attacks, which is kind of cool. And he also has a bonus where any other heroes on his map tile get to reroll 1s on their hit rolls, because he's kind of helping you out to make your attacks better. And then the faithful dog, you can send out to explore. Normally allies aren't allowed to look through doors, but the faithful dog can. And he also has an ability called Sniff Sniff, which basically gives every hero in the posse an extra scavenge die when you scavenge. And then he can also bark, where you can move him over by enemies, and he'll actually start barking at them and reduce their attack effectiveness.
Nice.
So the dog is kind of a nice utility type character. And then the henchmen are really crazy because, with the other allies, you basically buy them and they're part of your group from game to game as long as they live. And they're allies, so they're kind of expendable. But the henchmen, you actually pay at the start of each adventure, so they're super expendable. So, I mean, the henchmen, you're like, yeah, all right, Buford, why don't you go take that Goliath for me, will ya? Or like, why don't you go look down that dark alley? What, there was a stream down that hallway? Why don't you go check it out, So they're extremely expendable, and to the point that one of their abilities is called Check It Out, and it's basically where anytime you have a depth event, which is rolling doubles on the Hold Back the Darkness roll, a depth event or a darkness or growing dread card that was just played, once per turn you're allowed to pick one of your henchmen and say, check it out. And there's a little 2d6 chart that you roll on for the henchman. And if you roll basically an 8 or higher, then it's all clear. He basically cleared the way and it's nothing, no problem. Way to go, henchman. If you roll a 7 or less, he might start freaking out or like losing sanity, taking sanity damage, or taking health damage, or even getting horribly killed in some gruesome way. And there's actually a gruesome fate chart for your henchmen. It's a D36 chart of 36 ways that your henchman can be graphically and horribly killed. And each one has a description that tells how he's killed and then what effect it has on the hero posse. So it's pretty fun because no two henchmen will die the same when you're adventuring down in the mines.
Nice.
So yeah, so the allies are really cool, and we have them in test right now, and they're coming along. They're a lot of fun.
Great, thank you.